and she's extending it out. And I was like, oh, is that for me? And she was like, yes. I was like, thank you. Girl, what are you waiting on? Follow me on Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell notification. Girl, the weekend is about over. It's Sunday. It's actually Mother's Day, but it's meal prepping day. So I need to meal prep my lunch for the week for work, and then I need to go ahead and make dinner. So for my meal prep, I'm going to have some salmon. I'm going to make a little bowl-ish. And then for dinner tonight, I'm going to be making like some Thai food. So I'm going to write out everything on the marker board for you all to see how I get everything out of my head. And then I'm going to walk you through the process of making all of that dinner. Okay, so just follow me along. And before we even get that far, make sure that you just go ahead and click that like button because you've been here before. You enjoy my videos. So click that like, come back. Bye. Hey. I'm going to take you through how I meal prep on a Sunday. So today I need to make my weekday lunch for work. I need to make my breakfast for work. I'll probably make that tomorrow if I'm being quite honest. And then I need to make the dinner for tonight. If you hear a little sizzling in the background, that's because I have some string beans that I have already put on the stove for my meal prep for the work week. So first, let's organize our list with a marker board on the fridge. So I'm going to start with meal prep. And then I am going to have a separate section for dinner. I like making lists because it helps me stay on track, and I do lists for everything. When I write a list, it helps me brain dump everything and kind of organize my thoughts so I'm not as stressed, flustered, or anxious about whatever I have going on. So meal prep and dinner. So for meal prep, I am doing roasted salmon. I want to do a bowl. We don't have a lot of rice, which is okay because I've had rice for the past 2 weeks for my meal prep, and your girl might be a little tired of rice. So I'm going to do roasted salmon with spicy cucumbers. I'm going to abbreviate that. And then some sauteed string beans that I'm going to flavor with sesame oil and, of course, some other seasonings. So that's meal prep. I'm also going to write breakfast sandwiches, although I don't know if I'll get to that today. It's still fine because it'll be on the list for me to accomplish tomorrow. And then for dinner, the plan is larb. I usually do Asian larb with chicken, and when it has chicken in it, it's called larb gai. But today I'm actually going to do ground pork so I can have it in a more authentic way. And then we're going to do egg rolls, which are just frozen, girl. Like, I know how to make egg rolls from scratch, but I don't feel like doing that no more. It takes a lot of time unless I'm making some type of specialty egg roll. I'm just not about to do it. And then I am going to do Thai curry mussels. And I'm not sure what veggie I want to have today. But these are the mussels that I'll be using. And then I'm going to make a Thai curry coconut sauce to go in it. So that is dinner. And then let me just go ahead and write veggie so that it could be up here and I can try to figure out what I want to make. So my spicy cucumbers are actually done. I did those yesterday because I wanted them to marinate. Oh, I think that's what I had planned for today. I think that I was going to do the cucumbers with dinner tonight too. So that's a possibility. So I have everything on the board. So as I'm cooking, when I finish one thing, I'll check it off. And that helps me decide what I need to move on to next. So if you don't have a kitchen marker board, I highly suggest you getting one because it helps you stay on track. When I do big like family dinner meals, I do the marker board as well, and I will section it off by the days. So if we're doing a family dinner on Saturday, I'll usually start prepping on Thursday. I'm chopping up the vegetables, Friday what I'm going to cook on that day, and then Saturday what I'm cooking on that day. It helps me stay on track with everything that I want to get done. So now I finished my string beans, and I can go ahead and check that off, and I can see that I'm almost halfway through, so that makes life a little bit easier. The salmon is super easy because all I have to do is mix up the spices in a ramekin that I want to use, sprinkle that over the salmon, and then I'm probably going to save this for tomorrow unless I just find the energy or time to get it done today. All right, so I have went ahead and made the larb. So I cooked the ground pork meat, and then I made the dressing for the larb. It's based with lime juice, like I said earlier, so I just had to fix it up and add the remaining ingredients to that. Now I have my mussels on the stove, so I'm going to cook those mussels. They're already cooked, so it's really just warming them up. And then I have the curry mixture that I'm going to pour over that so that it can be a coconut curry mussel. And then, looking at my list, and then I'm pretty much done. I just have to roast the salmon and put the egg rolls in. The salmon and the egg rolls are going to go in at the same time, so that's like super easy. So I'm going to cook these mussels with the coconut curry sauce and then go for a walk to chill. I have the windows open right now because I do not like the smell of lingering food in the house. And then I'll pretty much be done. So I'm going to show y'all what the mussels look like and everything else when it's all done. See y'all. This is the curry mixture. It's clumpy because when coconut milk comes out of the can, usually the fat has risen to the top. So I have to blend up all the ingredients. So this coconut milk has been blended up with all of the ingredients that's going to give it the flavor. Then when it reduces, it should be thicker. See how the clumps are already going away? And I just want the mussels to absorb some of that flavor, so I'm cooking it on medium. But I feel like I cook everything on medium, so nothing special there. But the sauce, the color, girl, she's beautiful. I am going to add, because I made a fresh batch, but you know what? I'm gonna use what's in here. I made a fresh batch of my chili oil. So that's what this is. I was gonna add this in there, but I still got some of my other batch that I need to go ahead and use. So I'm gonna add some of this just to spice it up a little bit. Because if y'all eat Thai food, you already know that Thai food is spicy. Look at that, it's so pretty when you just drizzle it like that. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So then I'm gonna mix her up. Beautiful color, beautiful, beautiful color. This is gonna be so good. Okay, I'm outside and I have a quick story time. Y'all hear the birds? So I'm basically done cooking dinner and I was like, you know, I'm gonna go for my walk now. I had plans to go when we finish eating dinner, you know, so the food can digest, be all relaxed and stuff before bedtime. So Bay and I finish our walk and it's like a close to 4-mile walk. And we're getting back in our neighborhood and we see this little girl and the little girl is like, do you like my new bike? And I was like, yes, it's so cute and it's pink. And I was like, who got you your bike? She was like, my grandma and my grandpa gave it to me for a gift. And I was like, oh, it's so cute. They obviously love you. And then she's like, and it's a unicorn bike. I was like, oh, so cool. And then we keep walking and then I turn back around because I want to make sure that the little girl is safe because she's outside by herself, like in front of her yard. And she's holding this flower and she's extending it out. And I was like, oh, is that for me? And she was like, yes. I was like, thank you. And then I was like, what is your name? She said, Isabella. I was like, my name is Tiffany. Thank you so much. She was like, I like your nails. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And they match your shoes. How cool is that? My little day has been made. Thank you, Isabella. I already got my coconut oil in the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and crack these eggs. Oh, geez. Gonna add some egg whites because one little egg is not gonna get me through for breakfast. While that cooks, I clean up. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt. Then I'm going to do a little bit of pepper. I usually save my nutritional yeast for scrambled eggs, but what the heck. I'll go ahead and add some for good measure and nutrients. If you've never tried nutritional yeast, it adds like a cheesy flavor and texture to your food. But you kind of have to use it sparingly because otherwise it'll get real weird. That's what it looks like. And you just sprinkle it on stuff. It's packed with B vitamins, which is really good for vegans and vegetarians. So I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit and then I will flip them over. I have my English muffins laid out on some foil. So this is for one sandwich, second sandwich, third sandwich, and then fourth sandwich. So when the eggs are done, I'll just break them up. So one egg will go on each one, and then that will be breakfast. I went ahead and flipped the eggs, but before I flipped them, I just went ahead and divided them into 4 since I had 4 eggs. And then when they're done cooking on this side is when I'll go ahead and add them to the English muffins. Okay, girl, the eggs are done. So now we just load them up onto the sandwich. Now, I don't buy a lot of breakfast meat because breakfast meat is expensive and you don't really get much like filling out of it. Like I don't get really full off of breakfast meat. And it's just not the highest quality meat to buy. So I usually don't buy it too often. It's usually just a treat. So that's why there isn't any breakfast meat on here. But what I will do is add some of my homemade Chick-fil-A sauce. And that's it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 sandwiches, and then we're done. Breakfast prep is complete. And then I'll just eat this with a piece of fruit, right? And then this is the larb. It already has the dressing in it. And these are the spicy cucumbers that I made. And then this is just some lettuce for the larb to make wraps. And then that's dinner, a nice little Asian feast with some Thai mussels, some Thai larb salad, the egg rolls, and then these spicy cucumbers. Think like kimchi, or when you go to like Korean barbecue, how they have the banchan. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Like the little side plates of these spicy cucumbers, but that's what that is. All right, dinner serves. So first of all, you know I had to put my little dandelion flower that my new friend Isabella gave me on the table as part of the centerpiece. And here's dinner. So we have the larb and then the spicy cucumbers with the egg roll. I'll get y'all up close. I put some peanuts and cilantro on top because peanuts and cilantro make like all Asian food better, duh. That's the egg roll. It came with the duck sauce, thank God. And then this is the Thai curry mussels, and dinner is served. I will holla at y'all next time.